Hello everyone, welcome to One Teacher, One Scientist. I'm Vaishali Gupta, author and educationist, and I'm the founder of One Teacher, One Scientist. This channel is something which is very close to my heart, and I am trying to share my experiences as an author, educationist, and a teacher trainer for the last 20 years. And whatever experiences I've gained by interacting with teachers, by interacting with parents, with children themselves, through my workshops, through my curriculum books that I have written. There is one pertinent issue that I feel we all need to address because many of us have gone through it in our childhood. Many of us see it happening around us in the world we live in. And knowingly or unknowingly, we'll end up doing it with our children as well. But this can actually have far-reaching consequences in the personality of a child. And what I want to talk about today is never, never, never compare two children. Many times we'll end up comparing children. Knowingly or unknowingly, we do that. Maybe because we were compared as children, between siblings, or our teachers unknowingly compared children in their classrooms. Oh, this one is doing so well. We should actually try and refrain ourselves from comparing children. We have to understand that there are natural differences between every individual. Therefore, it is very unfair to compare children. There are different ways in which each child learns or responds to every situation. When it comes to physiological things like when a child starts walking, talking, or responding to other people, depends on the genetic makeup of a child to a large extent. However, the experiences or the stimulus that a child receives during the course of growing up affects his or her development. Every child processes information differently. It depends on how the child is wired, what is the emotional condition of the child, what is it that the child lays emphasis on, what is it that the child does not feel important. So though every child is born with his natural intelligence, and there is a huge amount of difference in the IQ of the child, in between children, which could be based on biological factors, it is often seen that the kind of social and emotional stimulus that the child receives during the course of development can hugely impact the performance on intelligence tests. And therefore, comparison is such a negative trait that we knowingly or unknowingly land up doing. And that can really harm a child's learning curve. That comparison can actually make children feel small, can actually break the child's whole trajectory of learning. So try not to compare children. We cannot compare our 5 fingers. They are all different. So why are we comparing our children? The environment plays a huge role in the child's learning. The nature-nurture discussions have been happening from time immemorial, and it is often seen that nurture does play a very important role in the overall development of a child. So if we stop ourselves from comparing children, we can actually help raise happier children who are ready to take charge of their learning. So one critical barrier, or I would say a speed breaker in a child's learning, is comparison. So I would say that try and refrain from comparing children. I'm sure if we actually are mindful of what we are saying, how we are dealing with children on a daily basis, we can actually stop ourselves from this comparison business, which is actually becoming so rampant that children find it very difficult to come out of it, especially the one who feels that he or she is inferior to the other child.